Audio check. Audio check. 1 2 1 2. Okay, we're good. Sure. Working this time. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. We're gonna do case 4 here in a minute. Just gonna wait for the ads to roll, maybe see if the other tool jump in. I don't know how much I'm gonna do talking or voicing. My stomach kinda hurts, and something else happened last night, which I'll get into in a minute. It's kinda what the others to join in for. I'll say it. I'm gonna sit here and wait for a bit. The ads will see if they'll join, and we'll sort out the ads at some point. I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, listening to Flower Man from Deltarune. Oh my god. It's so close to. Oh, hey, Vidok.
Hello. I'm on time for once.
Hey, here before Hikari for once.
I had the day off, so.
That's true. So, I got some new information about the Odyssey.
Okay.
Apparently the reason why it was kind of weird without, like, the specific gods, and apparently I didn't realize it until my uncle was talking about it, but Odysseus really isn't as brave in the movie as he is in the book.
Okay, so that's... okay. Have me pause my game right now. Odysseus is kind of a weird one when it comes to Greek heroes.
Okay.
A lot of Greek heroes are very much like via their piety to the gods, or like the gods favoring them, or through their own strength do they succeed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get Achilles, who is just like nigh invulnerable except for his heel. You get Heracles, Jason's a whole other issue because that was mostly his wife that did that. And then you get Odysseus,
Yeah.
who kind of relied more on his cunning than everybody else.
Yes, and at least from what I understand from Epic Musical, and from what I understand about hearing about the book, he, not only was he really smart, but he was also still pretty brave.
Yeah, well, but fair. I don't know.
I don't know, just hearing about it and then thinking about the movie, I was like, okay, yeah, there were some questionable things that felt a little weird. Apparently, they based the script off of a different translation or interpretation.
Oh god.
Apparently a feminist
Yeah, because it's
interpretation.
ancient. Oh yeah, cool. So because it is ancient Greek mythology, there's 101 retellings of it because no one thought to write it down for several centuries. A lot of the stories as we know them were originally plays.
Mhm.
And then they got written down, and when they got written down, 5 people wrote them down, and they all wrote down the version that they liked best.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, the movie was still, I mean, I still thought it was pretty decent. It's just, that would probably explain a lot of the weird stuff.
Yeah.
So. Anyways. I don't know how much talking or voice acting I'm going to do today. My stomach hurts a little bit. It's a little queasy. And
That's fair.
I was chewing on some taffy last night before bed.
Ah,
One of my crown teeth came out.
oh no.
So now I have a hole where the crown was, and I can't get it fixed until tomorrow.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry.
So I had some cereal this morning, and I have a milkshake right here next to me. But it's like, I haven't had like actual food because I'm too scared to eat anything.
Yeah, fair. It's gonna suck. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I mean, there's no pain. It's just my stomach's iffy. I got a small headache, and I have a hole in my mouth. That's really annoying.
Fair.
And the sharp points of the old tooth are where my tongue is, and that's really annoying.
Ooh. Yeah, shit sucks.
So, I mean, I have the tooth in, like, plastic bag over here. In case they ask for it. I don't know. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Fair.
I don't know. I don't actually know. Like, what can I? Pasta. I could eat some pasta.
This is, yeah, possibly good.
It's gonna take like 20 minutes to make, though. Where's my phone? I'm gonna see if I can get Grandma to do it. Should have thought about this before I started streaming. Now I'm just like, we'll see if she responds. Okay, we'll see what happens. Well, no, I'll wait a bit, or if I do end up making it, I'll wait a bit.
Fair.
All right. Because like I just started, so it's like.
Yeah. 10 members, so a majority are present.
Were you here for this last week?
No, my shift got essentially uber extended last week.
Okay. So you missed out on a
So
few things.
Hikari did fill me in.
Okay, good. So you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Want to make sure. Oh yeah, because you did join after, and I told you about the mine chest thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hereby call this hearing to order. We are gathered here today to assess the professional competency of Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, even though that's not my job. Here in the sight of the goddess, we do solemnly swear to pass fair and frank judgment.
Fair and frank. Don't make me laugh.
Verity, you would be so kind as to summarize the case against Mr. Edgeworth. God damn. I can barely read this thing together.
On April 5th, despite having been advised of the illegality of an investigation he was conducting, the accused refused to desist and eventually had to be detained by myself and Chairman Winner. His actions compromised the investigation into the murder of a certain defense attorney. And despite having been presented with copious evidence of her guilt, he continues to insist that the suspect, 1K Faraday, is innocent of all charges.
Perhaps you could explain the details of the murder to us as well.
Of course. On the morning of the 5th, the body of the victim was found here in the committee chamber. Further explanation will be provided by... me! Useless Winner, Premier Prosecutor. The floor is yours, Mr. Winner. The murder itself happened late on the night of the 4th. The victim was Miss Rosie Ringer. Oh. Okay. No one's wearing the Jam and Ninja mask that we can see right now. That same night, an illicit auction was being held here in this very room. Ringer took part in that auction, I think. Yeah. Meaning that the murder took place sometime during the auction. When she was found, Ringer was dressed in an outfit that matched the description of the auctioneers. However, due to the fact that the auction carried on after the murder had occurred, I deduced that Ringer was not in fact the auctioneer. Deduced nothing of the sort. What about the basis on which the suspect was detained, Mr. Winner? Yeah, I got this. The Faraday was overcome by... crushing remorse, Eustace. Yeah, that. Tons of crushing remorse. So she confessed. According to her confession, she was on the roof of this building when she encountered a person in a red raincoat on the viewing platform.
And that person was Miss Ringer, I take it.
Precisely, Mr. Chairman. The killer dressed the victim in the auctioneer's outfit after the fact. By the time when she was killed, Mr. Ringer was wearing a red raincoat. Who won the race to find that raincoat nearby? Me, that's who. Did you? I thought it was somebody from forensics. Strictly speaking, it was found by one of the forensic investigators under Mr. Winner's command. I knew it. The blood analysis on the raincoat showed that it was indeed Miss Ringer who had worn it. And the suspect's confession was the final nail in the coffin. She confirmed that he committed the murder. So as you can see, Care Faraday was the killer. There's no way anybody else could have done it.
Right, Miles. I expect you have some objections. Let's get them out of the way, shall we?
I have no objections, Chairman Winner.
Well, now, is that so? Hello, Gary.
Alrighty.
Aye. There you go, Vidar.
Well, now, is that so? I thought it would have taken more than a single night in detention to break you.
Hi, Akari.
Hi.
Hi. I'm missing a tooth.
Oh, what
Uh,
happened?
I was eating some taffy last night, and my bottom right crown came out.
Yikes.
It was a permanent crown, too. So, I have to go in tomorrow and get that fixed.
Fair.
So, my stomach's a little queasy. I have a small headache. I've eaten cereal and a milkshake. I have a milkshake right next to me. Because I'm too afraid to eat anything else. And I haven't got a
Fair.
response on pasta from Grandma yet.
So,
Anyways. No objections in the matter of my unauthorized investigation, that is. But in the matter of Miss Faraday's supposed guilt, I have plenty.
I can personally attest the fact that Mr. Winner's investigation was fair and impartial.
Of course it was. When it comes to carefully conducted ops, I'm the winner every time.
you know, Miles, it's within my power to offer you a plea deal of sorts. If, and this is purely hypothetical of course, you were to withdraw your objections, you might wake up tomorrow to find yourself the proud owner of a seat on this committee.
Gross.
So I ask you again, do you have any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
If you think you can buy my silence, think again.
You will watch your mouth.
Only
This
the
is literally
chairman
what he tried doing.
Only the chairman watches his. I didn't come here to talk about
Literally what
the
he's doing,
cases.
though.
I came here to talk about the murder case. I demand a statement under oath, and I won't rest until I have one. I want to know exactly what the committee's view of the incident is.
You want to put us on trial, my boy. Very well, if it'll make you happy. Verity, please provide Mr. Edgeworth with materials pertaining to the case.
Really? But, sir.
This will be his last hurrah. Let's humor him with the send-off he desires.
If you say so, Mr. Chairman.
There we go.
Bye.
You have no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume.
Really, because we don't have us right for anyone else. So the mask, letters, key card. None whatsoever.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be fine. We'll see.
Mr. Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction. With her purchase. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up to the roof. After she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view of the case.
I think it was on offer that night. Is that really true?
We believe so, yes. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of Zing Fi, so...
Yeah, that was the whole reason you guys started flipping investigating me to begin with.
The raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key in the appropriate facility. But our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious circumstances.
And wound up in the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose.
Wonderful work, Verity. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever.
You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time and simply admit defeat.
I'll do no such thing, thank you very much.
Very well. It's good to know that you still have some fight in you.
It is? Why? Come to think of it, she said some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to?
Hold it!
No words and the committee was actually involved in the illegal evidence trade.
It is unfortunate. I don't know what else to say.
And of course, we'll be looking into any such activities just as soon as this hearing is over and done with.
I commend your decision to pursue the matter further, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, don't be silly, Verity. It's the least we can do, really. Not that it's any of your business. Oh. Miles. Sorry, not that it's any of your business, Miles. Not anymore.
You good?
It lagged for a second.
Uh,
If only you had remained a prosecutor. But you didn't. Now, if we're quite done making an old man cry over this whole sad affair.
Very well. Allow me to continue.
Hold it!
the raincoat really was one of the auction lots.
That's correct. I believe it originally belonged to Mr. Chevy Tequila.
Considering its status as a piece of evidence, it's the only logical conclusion.
If you want to made an attempt on the president's life. Wasn't an explained mannequin standing among the other items on sale. Could well have been used to display the count prior to the auction. Do we know how the items were being smuggled in?
That is still under investigation and is entirely unrelated to the matter at hand. Is it? Especially considering that you will soon officially be prosecutor no longer, Mr. Edgeworth.
The idea of this hearing is a foregone conclusion. No surprises there. My personal circumstances aren't important right now. Please, continue, Your Honor.
As I was saying, the raincoat was one of the items up for sale.
Hold it!
Why should leave so soon after making a purchase?
Because of the auction house rules. Winning bidders are expected to pay for their items immediately.
Arnold was the same thing.
Stringer, having paid for the raincoat, probably left immediately afterward, in accordance with the rules.
Hold it!
Stringer was a member of the committee. He would not have left the committee chamber via the main door.
While the auction was still underway, that would risk exposing its existence to those outside the trusted circle of attendees.
It's hard found out about it. I think its existence is already well exposed.
The rules of the auction stated that attendees were to enter and leave via the hatch in the roof. The Stringer had no reason to not follow those rules. And given where the murder took place, we know that she must have done so.
Hold it!
Why? What possible motives can have had?
That's exactly what we're hoping to establish in our upcoming interviews with Miss Faraday.
Wars of interrogation after the fact. Something you seem to specialize in.
If the murderer knew that the attendees would all be leaving via the hatch, then the roof would have been the perfect place to lie in wait. So, as I was saying, after she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked.
Hold it!
Her flame went out.
The flame of her life, Mr. Edgeworth, though perhaps her flame was stolen from her, is more apt.
Objection!
I know of them that extinguished her life was one of the auction lots. Was one of the auction lots, meaning Kay had no way of getting a hold of it to begin with.
Overruled!
Miss Faraday could not have lain in wait for the victim without knowing of the stolen's existence. She could have easily have snuck down the ladder and stolen it while the auction was underway.
If only we knew where the candle holder was during the auction. Sorry, other things are happening in my brain.
I don't have that evidence.
That would surely clear the matter up, no? Well, either of you?
Sadly, we don't have anything that can tell us much on that front at the moment.
Forgive me, sir. This is something we are hoping to establish through further investigation.
Well, isn't that a shame?
Well, isn't that a shame, Miles, my boy? It seems this line of inquiry is something of a dead end then, isn't it?
Sorry. I actually don't have an excuse for that one. I just saw text pop up and started reading it. I almost did that with Verity a couple times too. There's the victim and her killer met on the roof, and that's where the murder took place. In other words, it assumes the viewing platform was the scene of the crime. Find evidence that clearly shows the story of what happened that night. Time to double check. Yeah, did we have like stuff that said like it was in the storeroom?
The blood, maybe? Yeah, the blood at the... Yeah.
Blood in the box. Head injury sustained post-mortem. That hasn't been brought up, has it?
No. Well, it hasn't been brought up at all, I don't think.
Dang. So I know Lotta mentioned something about hearing a scream. It might have been the cable. I don't know. They had blood on their hands, so I was like, okay. It's just the blood?
Objection!
No. Maybe it's the wrong...
Objection!
There it is.
Hello.
Hey-oh.
Hello, Leo.
Oh,
What's
to
poppin'?
flip your flippin' thing.
Oh, am I still Chris?
Yeah.
Alright, let me go fix that. I can just fix that on my end, dude.
Oh, okay. I'll let you do that then. You can clear something up for me, Judge Cavell. But what is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing?
Which direction do you need me to face?
Left.
Which direction do you currently have me facing?
Right.
Alright,
There we go.
there we go.
There we go. Cavell? Cavell?
Sorry. She's an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious. Well, now, I ain't really an eyewitness, more of an ear witness, I guess.
It's always the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she?
I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth.
You should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Miss Hart.
Yes, in the story, correct? What of it?
According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. According to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom, just before she took this picture. Wait, you're saying Cavell got it wrong? That's exactly what I'm saying. What? Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night, you saw the person in the picture, correct?
I sure did, clear as day. And with my own two eyes to boot.
What were your impressions at the point?
My impressions? This right here is the scoop of the century. Something like that.
Yeah, makes sense. Looking for more of your impressions of the person in question.
Oh, there's that. There's a walking meal ticket.
Seriously?
Just a little joke. I need to look at me like I done sat on your lunch. Old red raincoat, yeah? I took one look and thought, that's our burp right there.
Therein lies the rub. For Miss Hart to have thought such a thing means that the murder occurred.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words?
Oh. Come back. There we go.
If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need only ask you.
What do you mean?
I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard. voices that may be unrelated.
Objection!
Unrelated. You could do better than that.
Was one of the voices was heard really even this ringer? You're kidding me, right? Them folks is talking crime-related turkey, or my name ain't Lod Dang Dart. Ah, but did you hear them clearly? Well, can't rightly say for sure, but I can't rightly say nothing, and you know it. They are using voice changes. I done told y'all that. Precisely, Miss Hart. Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did over here had anything to do with murder.
Objection!
Don't you need to yell objection in order to cite me, Mr. Edgeworth?
Seems I overestimated you, Judge Cabell.
Nonsense. Verity's the best of us, my boy. The very best.
And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up to the roof. That much we can say for certain. I can tell you why. Yeah, I was gonna say, are we not gonna bring up the flippin' bloody hand? Like, seriously, people.
Take that!
Initially, I thought the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Yes, because Miss Hart said as much.
Indeed, she tells about the blood she saw in this person's hand. I doubt many people would have thought differently, given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see could be from when they attacked the victim. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. But now, it tells us something very important about the victim too. It tells us the victim survived the attack. In my mind, the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have a photographic evidence of her sitting upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. This could only mean that Miss Ringer survived the attack. The blood in her hand is from the wound she had sustained. Talked about? Who dies from a hand wound? The wound wasn't on her hand, you idiots. I imagine she had used her hand to try and staunch a wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here.
That certainly would change things, wouldn't it?
He very much would. Not least by making it absurd to suggest that Kay was the attacker. Her encounter with the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I'll put it to you that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds.
That would have been quite the coincidence.
It's a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say.
I mean, weirder shit has happened in this fucking universe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like guns being muffled
You
for
see-
some reason.
Seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, Dory, enjoy the alert.
Hey, Dory.
Well, that'll pretending to not remember it.
What fact am I forgetting?
I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Put the boy out of his misery.
Dad, Gavel works for me! Why do you give me her order? That's my job!
You really are a total and utter embarrassment.
I'm not! Go to it, Gavelle. Put Edgeworth out of,
Out of his misery, as you wish. Mr. Ringleader... bleh. Mr. Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. And we all know what those wounds are from, don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum. I doubt anybody could survive such grave wounds. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune.
Nicely done, Gavelle. Now Edgeworth will have to make several objections. Yes, I'm afraid I will. What? Why? Weren't you listening? Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections. Come on! Why do you always have to remind me? It's never my intention, I assure you. You're just that pathetic. It isn't? You do it so well to yourself every single time already. Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that. 'Cause I'm...
Please, Eustace, just stop for goodness sake. You've already embarrassed me enough.
Huh? What do you mean, Dad?
Hold it!
That can't have been pleasant.
Yes, which is why we must see the perpetrator of this cruel act pays for their sins.
No, listen to her, Kay. She's trying to scare you. So please continue on, Judge Gavelle.
Very well, as I was saying, there were 3 wounds.
28 stab wounds.
28 stab wounds.
No, that's the wrong button.
Hold it!
I do. Perhaps we should ask Mr. Winter.
He does, I'm sure. Don't you agree, Eustace?
Who, me? Oh, you bet I do. I know this kid's inside out. What do you think it's for?
Eustace, my boy, make an old man happy and at least glance at the coroner's report, would you?
Sure, let's see. Yada yada, 3 puncture wounds, blah blah, candle holder. No way, that's what they used? Crazy.
Precisely. These wounds were inflicted just as Eustace said.
He said blah 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 3 times. I don't think that can be trusted.
No.
I'm sure the weapon went to the chest with the cause of death. There's no doubt about that.
None. One of the spikes of the candelabrum even pierced the victim's heart.
I'm gonna take another look at it. Yeah, I didn't say it died of bleeding, just stab wounds. His injury. Which could have been whenever she fell over.
Unless you mean to call Dr. Hertz's professional opinion into question, we can only treat that as fact.
Coroner's opinion is backing up my own winning ones. That's what I call flawless victory. I don't know about to ignore the coroner's findings. What do you know my finding? You just ignore them. All the death really was the punishment with the chest of the candelabrum. That will seem to contradict with the pieces of evidence we've gathered. He's just ignoring my findings. He's ignoring me. Do something, Vel.
As you wish. At the very least, I am sure that he cannot ignore my own conclusion.
So, wait a sec. Hold up. her having stab
And it-
wounds or being stabbed by that contradicts something? I mean, it contradicts the letter, but we already discussed that. The raincoat?
Does her raincoat have any stab wounds to it?
Not that I know of.
Also, the blood is in weird spots on the raincoat.
Hold it!
Rachel may not necessarily have died instantly. I think we can say that much at least.
Perhaps, but she would surely not have lived for longer than a few moments either. So, there are people who could have survived, who could survive even if you stabbed them in the chest?
Sure, there might be. There might not be too.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, the cherry petals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so which is it? Trust me, there are not. And in case you're still tempted to believe there might be.
Hold it!
Cause of death is a set of three puncture wounds on the left side of the chest inflicted by a candle holder.
Well done for reading, Mr. Edgeworth. That report forms the basis of my own conclusions.
In other words, if I disprove what it says, I disprove your conclusions too.
You have the strangest sense of humor, but I wouldn't mind seeing you try. However, before you do, I would advise you to read that report very carefully. After all, I'm not interested in your opinions, only in solidly grounded deductions.
Very well, you shall have my deductions.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Don't worry, Kay. We will be alright. We need to find something to prove that the victim was still alive and breathing immediately after the attack.
God, she got fucked up.
Yeah.
Yup.
Can't Kay's fate will be sealed. Yeah, she lost her memory.
Ooh.
I think it is the raincoat, because she was wearing it. How'd she get the frickin' petals off?
Objection!
Well,
It might not be that one.
Objection!
Yeah. We need to disprove that she got that's the cause of death.
At least it's the frickin' photo again.
Literary finding was placed time of death sometime late last night. Cause of death 3 set of puncture wounds. Outside chest inflicted by a candle holder. Victim also suffered a head injury post-mortem. Other remarks, prominent burn mark at the back of the victim's victim's right hand, which we were told was something like years ago. Or something like that. She does have the blood on her hand, which matches the red raincoat stuff. Would her head be bleeding that much post-mortem?
Head wounds are weird. Because it doesn't take a lot to. It doesn't take like a very big cut to bleed a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even if she died, that would still...
Depending how long she's been dead.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a lot of blood in the freaking head and face area in general, so... If it hadn't been, like, a long time where the blood had either coagulated or freaking bled out elsewhere... which would appear it to be fully drained, but...
I don't know.
And what could she have only have done after getting injured?
From the current theory, go up the ladder and collapse.
Mm-hmm. We don't have the ladder as a...
As evidence. Is there anything else she could have been stabbed from? Anything that could disprove the coroner's findings? Like maybe she didn't die to the candelabrum? I don't have anything else that would be like a murder weapon.
Some masks could be considered frickin' murder weapons.
Yeah, but we sprayed him. We didn't find anything.
Yeah. We did find blood elsewhere.
In front of the elevator and the clothes box. For some reason.
Maybe one of Oh, maybe the box, because that was locked tight.
True, but I don't know how that would disprove the thing, though. I'm gonna prove that the victim was still alive and breathing after the attack. So...
The only thing I can think of is the photo with her frickin' in coat. Or the frickin'... or the box. Or possibly even
Objection! Objection!
I don't even... I don't know. I'm stumped. I don't know what line to press it on. I don't know what evidence to use. I think we may just need someone to look it up, I'm not gonna lie.
What part are we in?
What you're forgetting? Turnabout Forsaken.
Red raincoat on the third statement.
Oh, yeah, because there's no puncture wounds. I even thought about that too, and oh my god, I'm upset. I even thought about that. German winner. You know what this is, of course.
The red raincoat. That's right, isn't it, Verity?
Yes, sir. The one Miss Ringer was wearing. I warn you, Mr. Edgeworth, you will not be thanked for retreading old ground here.
Well, I'm afraid I might have to regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this, Judge Gavelle. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coats, but do you remember where exactly they were found?
Of course, they were found on the hood and... No.
What's the matter, Verity?
The hood and... was blood found anywhere else on the raincoats?
Oh, it was not.
Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find bloodstains in that area? But yet, there was blood only on the hood. Man, I wish I could look at it. It's a glaring contradiction if I ever saw one. The head wound of... Oh, right, the head wound. The victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest.
Perhaps you are correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first. As you said, if she had been stabbed first, there should be blood on the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, Miss Rumier could not have been stabbed before the head injury, and had been inflicted on her. But even if we concede this point that the head injury came before the chest wound, what difference would it make? How does it change our understanding the case?
This is right, dude. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction.
That is quite the bold claim, Mr. Edgeworth. I have to admit, you have me intrigued. Perhaps you could show us this fundamental contradiction with some evidence.
Evidence best demonstrates the contradiction in the order of the injuries revealed. The coroner's report?
Coroner's report.
Take that!
This is Dr. Hurt's preliminary findings, according to which the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem.
But what is suggested by the bloodstains on the raincoat is...
Exactly the opposite, yes.
Bailiff, this court hereby subpoenas Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste. Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go fetch her at once.
Unfortunately, Dr. Kurtz is a very busy woman. I doubt she'll be able to come immediately. Walks in 2 seconds later.
Yep.
In the meantime, there's another important angle I would like to explore. Frankly, something has been bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. This so-called ringleader. Who exactly are they?
Yeah, good point. Never looked into that, huh?
Despite having been mentioned repeatedly in this hearing, we still don't know even the most basic facts that might help us uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter?
Nothing that might serve as clear evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there is someone involved in the case that I can name. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction. And that's... Chairman where? I demand that you testify as to what you know. What? Crazy, why would you accuse my dad?
You were cast out on the integrity of the chairman of the committee. Do you understand the implications of such an act?
I don't care who or what he is, we're talking about the truth here. And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all costs. The mask, corsage, ticket stub, and everything else, the items Kay was carrying when she was found. They were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Winter himself.
A shocking accusation, and one I find hard to believe. But for the sake of completeness, I must ask, why would he do such a thing?
To cast suspicion on Kay, of course. Why else? Maybe we managed to get him to say something to that effect.
Chairman Witter, your rebuttal, please.
The chairman might be in shock.
So what if I did? Did you hear me, dear boy? So what if I did? You say you got me to admit as much, but where's your proof, With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. Or do you mean to tell us that you have something more to base your outbursts on?
As the evidence shown back in the detention center, and yet...
Mr. Edgeworth, am I going to have to ask you to explain yourself? If that's all right, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, not at all. I'll be very interested to hear this for myself. I'm intrigued to learn where Miles might have gotten the idea that I'm some sort of criminal. Because you'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself.
I'm nervous, nothing like that. Very well, let's start at the very beginning. After the auction took place right here in this hollow trial chamber as a point of suspicion. Information that should, by rights, only be accessible to the members of the committee. Yeah, they all keep cards to the room after all. Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held on a somewhat regular basis. If it be possible, there can only be one winning explanation. That's right, Mr. Winner. The auctioneer is a member of the committee. No! What's wrong now? What do I do, Dad? I played right into his hands.
You did indeed, you utter nitwit.
Still
But
got
Miles,
another
my
line.
boy, you do realize that you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation.
Yes, Leo?
Oh, I was just telling, like, you still have another line, Vidak.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
That's true. There are 11 members of the committee altogether. 10 given Miss Winger's unfortunate passing. 10 potential suspects in total.
So that wasn't me. And it can't be the chairman. Can it? Whoever it is, speak up right now.
Calm down, all of you, please. Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me? You're very quiet all of a sudden. But it's too late to back out now. You accuse a former chief prosecutor and current committee chairman of a crime. I would tell you to prepare for the worst. But there's no preparing for what you're about to face.
Oh, yeah? Roll it in chat.
You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. But you needn't have bothered, my boy, because it's all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. That's all that matters in the end of the day, and her sentence will be lighter for it, so rejoice. And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit.
That was barely a testimony to begin with.
That man, he's a very powerful person, isn't he? It's him, sir. Please, just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I didn't remember doing it.
I felt so happy when I did it too. Oh, flash of something half remembered, okay, nothing more. You must believe in something. Believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead.
But
I'm up against the Hazard Committee here. This isn't going to be easy. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him.
Hold it!
Even if the broad strokes are correct, it doesn't make something true.
Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud. I'd say the bigger picture is more than enough there. After all, every case has its little inconsistencies and contradictions. We let ourselves get bogged down in every single one, we'd never make any arrests. And once we did, the trials would drag on forever. Even you understand that, right?
Not in the slightest. Hence my inquiry into the details.
I want to be so young and pig-headed. Anyway, you keep digging into these little details.
Hold it!
Do you recall the Ringwood's identity and the faulty and coroner's report being critical points of contention?
Yes, I was listening, my boy, but critical is a matter of opinion.
Who also suggests that such fundamental issues are not important? Perhaps it is your ability to make sound judgments that should be on trial here today.
Being a mind flayer on the first dungeon when I don't have anything? God damn, fuck you, game. I was trying one of the new modes.
Bravo, my young hothead. Wonderfully cutting stuff.
One of the new modes.
Yeah, it's called filth mode.
That's funny.
You start with no arms, no weapons, but your dashes can deal damage.
Well, that's gonna boost.
You do like to try, though, don't you?
Hold it!
There's no way of what we discussed today isn't irrelevant, unless you intend to bury the truth.
But none of it is relevant, dear boy. The only reason you keep trying to make it relevant is because otherwise you're up a creek without a paddle.
Hold it!
Because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. He has suffered from amnesia, so any statement she makes should be taken with at least a grain of salt.
Objection!
Oh! His voice!
Yup. Even so, it doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy?
Objection!
Objection!
Alright.
And it would be nonsensical to dismiss her confession outright. It would not, considering it was made under duress. I'll tell you what, why don't we ask her one last time? Though I'm sure she'll just say she did it again.
Alright, let's do it. Let's ask her again. Let's see if she really believes herself to be the culprit.
Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position.
I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her.
You really know how to tug at an old man's heartstrings, you know? But fine, ask away, on one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. We'll call the proceedings to an end, then and there, agreed?
Oh, proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing?
Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you aren't a complete muddlehead after all. Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again and all that happens is the girl confirms her guilt. She is officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan if I do say so myself.
It says, just declare her guilty, just like that.
That's the gist of it.
It's a big risk, but he's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Okay,
Yes?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us to prove your innocence?
Why? Are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? No use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try to remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please, just accept it. The K you thought you knew. Dangerous criminal. How will he let you down and break your trust?
Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. And Right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder, you could never. Because this is who you really are. Oh.
Take that!
You're the great thief, Yapakawasu. A noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill.
You do it, I'm sorry. Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. I have to face it.
Hold it!
No, the only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you?
No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop, I'm begging you.
That's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate. Because of me, isn't it? It's exactly what the K I know would have done.
You're a good person, Mr. Worth.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. So you see, I've merely been serving my own ego, regardless of what I put you through. Now, let's try this again. See the good in yourself, okay? Remember the noble thief you truly are. That memory of you committing the murder, you need to question it with all you have. All I ask. So please, do it for me. Okay.
What's wrong? Do you remember something?
Oh, it'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did.
A cow. What?
Huh?
All that!
Yep.
Cow?
Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details.
Okay, what can you tell us about this cow?
I remember now. The person in the red raincoat, she had it in her hand. A stuffed cow. I can see so clearly now.
Oh yeah, and there's the burn mark.
There's the burn mark. Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain? Yes, I'm sure. And this court acknowledges the defendant's latest statements as a New Testament.
Objection!
Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this.
With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is...
new and highly relevant evidence.
Objection!
Need I remind you of the adult state of her memory? No, this simply won't.
Oh, now you call it into question.
adult, but if we claim that member is unreliable now, then our own argument is weakened, sir. You said yourself only a few minutes ago that, thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details, did you not? were we to call the validity of her memories into question, then we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. Is that really the most advisable course of action?
Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit, then.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Still in the game, but under the skin of her teeth. Only thanks to Judge DeVille's intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second. She's not.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal?
I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found it in the storeroom and believe it is yet another auction lot.
Oh, wait, that's...
You have something to give out?
No, it's just not what I imagined.
She knows something. I suppose it is a rather odd
cute.
thing that the victim to have been carrying. Look it over carefully.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the thing on the side. I wanted to see. The right horn seems to be intact, but I can't say it's doing much from the overall symmetry of the stuff I'm going.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it moves.
Oh. It does?
It sounds like sand being crushed.
It seemed there was a recording device hidden inside. And
Oh.
I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. Could this be the moment of the murder?
And someone made a recording of it.
Well, that doesn't help our case.
There was also another piece of evidence that is on the thing that didn't get to look at.
Yeah, This is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that. That was also put in the breast pocket afterwards. Can you look at it again? There's another bit. No, not that. The cow.
Oh, what it said?
No, actually look at it.
You mean this?
There's an.
Left horn is missing. Can't help but wonder where it went. Although, even if we were to find it, it might not be easy to fix up either.
Rotate it around a bit.
Oh. Cherry blossom petal caught in the fur here. Kay told us she saw the toy fall to the ground at the foot of the cherry tree upstairs. Guess what explains how this petal got stuck here.
And yet it was back in the
Storeroom.
and placed rather neatly too.
Like it was always there.
Hey, that's them right there. Them's the voices I heard. Sure as eggs is eggs. Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they had nothing to do with the murder. If only there was some accompanying video footage. You got bugs in your ears or something, lady? I done told you them's the voices I heard. And we already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's gotta be from when she got got. Yes, it is a possibility. But a weak one without more than your word to back it up. We need something more, something credible.
Indeed. Yet again, she seems to be stepping in to help. Judge Gavel, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what these words were referring to and how it's all related. These evidence prove that the voices are from when the murder occurred. Probably the body itself.
Take that!
With the coroner's preliminary findings, how do they prove anything?
Indeed, one on this page shows the voices must be from the time of the murder.
Take that!
Again on the words we heard, this part in particular sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. Victim had a permanent burn mark on the back of her right hand.
And what of it?
According to Kate's testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy. And a burn mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured.
Just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time, right?
I'm also sure that it does, especially not in this case. The court accepts the recording may be from the time of the murder.
In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprits. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely this is the one we hear the most.
This doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female.
The voice changer is correct. Fortunate but unavoidable.
One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Mrs. Ringer and her killer. Just like I done told you they was.
We did something else now too.
Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
Do as you wish.
When it was hard, just before the murder occurred, two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. A ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately afterward, and the auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact. What else does this latest revelation tell us?
It was Larry Butts.
Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim.
Hey, Gavel.
Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy.
Don't call them that. If they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer.
A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive.
I'm fully aware of that, Your Honor. I was merely warming up the main events. Hey, look, there it is. There are certain traces left on the scene that seem to suggest that the ringleader was the killer.
Then please hurry up and show us. That's what Chet says. Yeah.
There's something else placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer.
Take that!
Mr. Edgeworth, if you wish for us to believe your assertion that the ringleader was the killer, we will need to see some evidence to that effect.
I understand, Your Honor. I'm about to show you just that. I just screwed up the one time.
Take that!
No! No! I pressed R!
I pressed R, not flipping. Now I don't. God damn. Okay, it's something that they wanted to hide. The body, of course, but. It was placed on the scene to point to the killer. Oh.
Take that!
No.
No. Have you tried the key card yet?
That's what I was just thinking.
Take that!
No.
No.
Oh.
Take that!
No.
Maybe the box?
I already tried the box. What was the first thing I tried?
Take that!
Okay, blood.
Ah.
Deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the goddess. Just. God!
Alright then.
Let's see. Okay. Killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the goddess Jeff's statue. Due to the blood that we originally thought the murder happened in this chamber. Simply a ruse, designed to cover up the blood that then dripped down from the storeroom.
In order to conceal the existence of the underground auction.
Even though it's above ground. Correct. Whatever had nothing to do with the auction, they would have had no reason to cover up the blood. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same.
And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name?
The auction is always held in this committee chamber, with the storeroom located just overhead. But at the very least, we know that the murderous ringleader has some connection to the committee.
Yes, yes. And you suspect me, correct?
Remember? That's the committee's most powerful member. That should hardly be a surprise, right?
Objection!
You're a fine prosecutor, that much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive.
Shut up.
You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share with us after all.
Oh. Do I? I don't think we do.
Let me look this up. The jump into it because we do have yeah. Nope.
So. Well, the chairman went himself and brought up the fact that I suspected him. And he seemed confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Which means he knows. He knows I have nothing.
Well, Miles, my boy, time to pay the piper. I've always wanted to say that. Verity, he's all yours.
What? Wait! Dang it! I just remembered something.
Oh? Did you have amnesia too?
Nah, just done came to me. Flash inspiration, you know how it is. Very well, say your
Objection!
What are you doing, Verity?
Mr. Edgeworth has made it clear that he won't give up until the very last look of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must, lest he try to drag us through this excruciating process again in the future.
Yeah, what she said. I don't quite get it, but it sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Gavel bring this to a winning finish. I'll show them how wrong they are.
Fine, let's hear what the witness has to say.
You heard the chairman, Miss Hart. If you would be so kind. Well, alrighty then. Here goes nothing.
Facts, Miss Hart. Nothing but the facts, please.
Don't you worry your pretty little head on that front. I'm a journalist. Truth's my middle name.
Feeling me officially worried.
So the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of them auction goers. The thing is, that don't add up. I counted 11 people coming up and down that hatch, see? Then the murder happened, and then the auction started back up again. Now, I had me a look back downstairs right after that.
No.
And wouldn't you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again.
How?
And you're sure of this, Miss Hart? Sure as sure can be. Your gavel ship? Saw with my own 2 papers.
So, 11 before the murder and 11 again right after means... Wait, that's a thingy.
Contradiction, Eustace. Do try to keep up.
Miss Hart, and did nothing really change at all.
Done told you already. They carried you right on again, like nothing ever happened. Oh, except for... It wasn't nothing much, but...
What is it?
That little old mallet doodad? Can't you have yourself an auction without one? Kind of like the one Missy over there's got, but different. The auctioneer's hammer. That's the bunny. I done heard that thing banging and clanging right the way down. Right the way though. Then nothing. Just like that.
The noise of the hammer stopped midway through. It has something to do with the murder. That's probably how she got her head injury.
Yup. If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem. Namely, that the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees. Your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth.
Chuck one up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth.
See, Mr. Edgeworth? There really was nothing we could do.
Must be something we're overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. Just need to think. If I can't, Kay is...
Alright, kids, do we finally have our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on...
One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth. Is that not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. Allowed to hold it, perhaps?
Yes, of course. No issues with heroes from the chance of defeat.
Very well, let's get this over with. Shall we? What is this one matter that still remains?
Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir.
That's...
Oh, yeah.
Back with the witnesses, Your Honor.
Well, what's this all about? Why'd you call us back down here? Somebody suddenly fall ill? I'll have a gum press right in the chase of a ow. This better be good. Somebody else drop dead? Oh, they might soon wish they had.
Dr. Hertz, Miss Needler, thank you for coming on such short notice. Let me assure you, this won't take long.
Could you butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya?
Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something.
What is Judge Cavell up to?
Dr. Hertz, this court asks that you prove the unabridged truth regarding the following. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for their complete and total accuracy?
Everyone doesn't make mistakes, ever!
That's strange.
What do you mean?
In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings?
It's awful! How can you even say that? What are you asking me for? Why the heck would I want to do that?
To help the true culprit, of course.
If I'd know anything about all that, I just know I didn't do anything of the sort.
Then that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might have any thoughts on that. It's not like you to be coy, I must say.
Appreciate you taking charge and helping me. So I know what you're trying to do. I'll happily take what I can get. Everything was reported accurately and then handed off to Mr. Winter according to protocol. And the report shouldn't contain any mistakes. Wait. For the record, I didn't do anything to the report. I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Hertz, perhaps we could begin with your side of the story. We don't even need to. This is pointless. I'll admit the judge of what's pointless. Thank you very much. We have patients waiting back at the hospital. But Grandma, ouch! We don't have time for this. Would you please help us? I can't stress how important this is. Grandma says she'll testify. Could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer. Did you have no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time we saw you? We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. So that you tell us the truth, that is. Oh my god, both their eyes in that flippin' shot. No way this is a mistake in Grandma's report. Not never. I've been ill with a dead longer than you've been alive, son of Jim. Me writing something wrong is about as likely as out. What the heck do you think I'd stand to get by a doctor in the file, huh? Don't make a lick of sense. That's all she has to say. Nothing funky over here.
See, it's just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor doctored her findings.
And you swear by the holy goddess that this testimony is true?
Oh, Mr. Grandma's never told a lie in her.
Objection!
Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother's the subject of this inquiry, not you. Not necessary? That's not fair. I'm the only ally poor Grandma has. Why don't you have objection left and right, but you best be prepared then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. I'm more than prepared. I'm going to expose the truth behind the error in the report. And hopefully the next checkpoint.
Hold it!
Just saying that Dr. Hertz is infallible. She has to be. A doctor can't afford to make mistakes. Even a veteran like Grandma would be out of a job if she messed up even once. No way she of all people would. Got a whole hospital relying on me. I'm happy you can bungle your work and survive, mister, but I can't.
Hold it!
Statistical mistake in all that time. Doctoring's all about experience. The longer you've been at it, the better you get. Well, there's so much for prosecuting. Everyone would want to be the best in the business. But I think we can all agree that's not the case.
Ooh, you really are a devil, Miles. But you're also quite wrong. I never once made a mistake either. After all, I have people to do that for me.
Like Eustace?
I'm too busy for foul-ups. And luckily for me, I don't have to make them. Isn't having people just grand?
Wait, you did make a mistake. It is Eustace. Trying to make doctor and a lawyer around the same. Man, nothing alike. Nothing like, I tell you.
Hold it!
It appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury. Yet there was not a single drop of blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem. That's... Ow. I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man. My dang report already says what you just said, don't it?
Objection!
The report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem. The exact opposite of what I just said. Oh. Sure. Originally dictated that report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down just like I said it. What happened after that, we're nothing to do
So
with
Florence.
me. Florence needed her.
Florence doctored it.
You dictated it. If you could please tell me more.
Hold it!
Yeah, the needler, basically, her assistant. What were your conclusions regarding
Yeah.
the body? Well, like I said, ow. Sorry, it was, death from a good hard knock on the noggin.
And you could say for certain when that knock happened, Miss Dr. Hertz.
Pre-mortem, of course. Chest wound happened after the poor girl died. But Florence died, she wrote it right down, so that's what it says in my dang report. What you told her, but I think we're finally getting to the truth.
And yet there's still a problem here.
Objection!
Dr. Hertz, I'd like you to take a look at the report for yourself. I'll read it. Ow. Saying what I said, saying what I said at all. What? What do you mean exactly? Ha! I don't know. But I can't say that. Will you stop hitting each other?
Miss Needler, if you are attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth, I would gladly hear her confession myself on behalf of the goddess of justice.
You'll be telling Judge Cavill something in private.
What? I see. Very well, allow me to relay to everyone what you've just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence, just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something. Oh, that was a great impression.
Yes, but was it really necessary? In summary, there was an error in the report. Oh, hi, Merc. It was all because of you, Nurse Needler.
The true facts have now been shown to be that the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error?
Just a minute, Verity. You make it sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately. Whereas it seems to me she just made a little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem, they're practically the same word, don't you think?
No.
Incorrect!
I mean, two completely different things, so it's deliberate, no doubt about it.
But wouldn't you want to change it?
Taxi, things cat now. You won't get away that easy. Explain yourself, young lady. Grandma, I submitted a falsified report and acts that led to Kay being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation.
But I can't. I can't tell you.
I don't want to, but can't.
This is really rather unpleasant, don't you think? Gang up on this poor, considerate girl who's only looking after her grandmother. Sorry, I was getting message notifications. She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake. So why not leave it there?
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you.
What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're going to need to explain yourself better than that.
I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. First Neither's role in this crime was very important because she's a co-conspirator. First Neither doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice.
Ouch.
So she's a co-conspirator, this innocent young thing. Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy.
We're going to be committed by one person working on their own. But at least two people, it wouldn't have been possible to.
Doctor report.
There was a murderer and the victim was one of the attendees. The fact that a witness testified to there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make sense.
Hey, watch it! You gotta call my good word into question now, too?
That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means there must be a co-conspirator.
I know it's hard, my boy, but sometimes you just have to accept that you were wrong.
I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start to fall into place. If the killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place as a victim, there would indeed have been 11 attendees both before and after the murder.
Oh, so that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing theory. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away.
I would imagine that Nurse Neither looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Did you take the victim's place at the auction?
I wouldn't do something like that.
Now tell us, the ringleader, who were they?
I can't tell you. I just can't. It hurt Grandma too. Ow. But Grandma, don't you worry about me. I can take it. You just tell me everything, child. But
Soul's right. She was an accomplice.
Miss Needler. Why? Well, Miss Needler? Can you explain yourself?
yes. Huh? Oh, thank you, Grandma. But I'm alright now. I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer.
So you admit that you were working with the ringleader.
Yeah, I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them. Was going to be attacked by the victim. They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counterplan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and wait there.
Now hold it right there, Missy. I didn't see nothing and my eyes don't lie. If you'd been there from before the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through, and you weren't there for a bit of it.
I'm not lying!
Well, it's easy for you to say, but you were lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago.
Objection!
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom.
Are we? Where exactly are you trying to say our friend the nurse was hiding,
It was either here while she was waiting in the storeroom. But
Take that!
she hid inside this clothes box.
Oh, she did she?
It was there the whole time, even before I moseyed on in. But like I done told you, it had all them chains around it. I wanted to hide in there myself, really, but it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
I imagine that's because their dealer was already lying in there by the time you arrived. That's right, we didn't want anybody to open it or it would have really blown our cover. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until it was time for my part of the plan. And then they wrapped the whole box up in chains. I think they took the elevator downstairs not so long after. It was just before the auction was due to start. So the auction was beginning. You and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the storeroom. Yeah, I think so. Auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete her purchase, and that was when the incident occurred. Miss Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around them. You betcha. Oh, that's Hart.
You betcha. I was behind the statue there, shaking like a danged leaf the whole time.
In the middle of the quarrel, Mr. Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. Imagine the auctioneer then carried Mr. Ringer's body over to the clothes box. Which nurse neither emerged and swapped places with the victim. After placing Mr. Ringer's body inside the box, Nurse Neither's role now was to pretend to be Miss Ringer. Two of them were then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Is that about some of what happened in the storeroom, Mr. Needler? Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened.
Sorry. Hold up. So you just waltzed right back on in and nobody noticed? This is two completely different people we're talking about. You're telling me that not a one of the other folks down there at the auction caught up.
How would they? The other auction goers had no reason to notice the difference when Nurse Neither entered because...
Stole the victim's clothes, possibly.
As you've seen, Miss Ringer and Nurse Neither are about the same build. What's more, the auction rules required attendees to wear their masks at all times. If Nurse Neither were wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have been any the wiser. No, and they weren't. I borrowed Miss Ringer's clothes and ouch. And left the poor child in her smalls. Have you no respect, girl? No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It'd be nice to leave her like that. So when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put that raincoat on her. So Miss Ringer came to be wearing it.
Ooh.
Thus, the auction was able to carry on as before.
I guess the part where I caught the red raincoat on film just came just after. Yeah, it must be. It all makes sense. Got up and walked away. right after that was when I went over and looked downstairs through the gap in the elevator. I spotted me 11 happy little auction goers, then back us next to my little hidey hole.
Well, tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after that.
Well, it is not exactly.
What is it? Did something happen?
So, I have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few weeks after that. Well, passed out unconscious, you might say.
What happened?
Oh, nothing much. Kinda silly, really, but, there was just some loud noise, and it startled me just a little bit, you know. Maybe more than a little, but I just witnessed the murder. Can't blame a girl for getting jumpy. Guess that got my heart shook and my head faint before I knew it. Was out like a light.
Conventional in chat.
Conventional. By the time I came to, it was the next dang day, and there y'all were, ranking down that ladder.
See, so you're struck by a loud noise and fell unconscious. Suppose that means you don't know what happened after that.
Not per se, but, well, after the auction was over, all the masks were back on the rack. So I reckon the guys done finished up and filed out one by one like they were supposed to.
Proceed once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you doing?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bids, just as the ringleader wanted. I had to win the clothes box as I'd been instructed. And it had a dead body inside after all. Imagine if someone else had won it. We would have been in real trouble then.
She had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime.
No, not until we came back up so I could pay for it. That was when we noticed. The ringleader told me to go look for her right away. Except I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead.
And that's when they found Kay.
Yes, she must have fallen up on the roof and have been knocked unconscious.
Guess the victim must have left that hatch wide open, huh?
That would explain it. Kay would have been so shocked by seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her, that she wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fell on right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor.
Yeah, I suppose. Can't believe something like that done knocked me out for so long, you know?
In summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. I think we've got a good grasp on what occurred up to this point now. Miss Needler, if you would continue.
Sure. So I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer. And I put them both in the clothes box. We couldn't risk any of the auction goers seeing them. That would have caused a real hullabaloo.
But your idea, of the ringleaders.
Theirs. Putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea. I tried to get rid of it before they found out what I'd done.
Imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case.
And lastly, the ringleader and I put her in an auctioneer's outfit we prepared.
Of course, completed the deception and made everyone think she was the auctioneer.
All in all, the auction finished up without anybody noticing. And that was that.
Now we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler. If you have anything further to share, I'd advise you to do so immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry, that's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. When I was borrowing Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so ow. Dang right, you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you?
Where you draw the line? Think her clothes was okay?
Her hair was totally different. Style, the length, everything. So I kind of panicked. But the ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs, but why? right? I wondered that too. Thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway, I took the straight one. That was the one that matched her hair on the day. Maybe wig in the box. And that's everything you know. There's nothing else you're forgetting. No, huh? No, really, Grandma, that's everything. I hear that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be. Sorry, I only know that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them without their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone. Get some concrete on them.
Ho ho ho! Well, Miles, are we about done?
There was no way.
You've proven the nurse was part of the murder plot, but sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot. Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Faraday isn't the ringleader.
What?
Oh, a yawn, but thanks. And justice must prevail. We can't change the law, even for your sake.
That's it. Am I going to be able to save Kay?
Objection!
Oh, there she is.
Francisco, what are you doing here?
As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, if as the case leads, I follow.
Your dedication is an inspiration to us all.
We're only here to getting the wrong idea, little brother. Only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you. For bending the way of the prosecutor. Understand that? I'm to thank you for supporting this program, but what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. You can shoot it, though? Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second. Well, someone say something.
Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Francisco, but we already proved that ourselves.
You... what?
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
But why did you say so sooner?
Looks like they'll give us a chance.
And I suppose you know about the murder weapon, too.
No, not yet.
Good. Then listen up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface. And the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem.
Surface.
Objection!
And you're certain of that, I assume? Your sources are above board.
Two trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
Objection!
Objection!
That's certainly good to know. That's certainly good to know. Unfortunately, you're overstepping the bounds of...
Of what? I am the prosecutor in charge of the Interpol's investigation into the underground auction. And this murder occurred during that auction. It would have been negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to the related parties. Especially the victim.
My. You've really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear?
Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head.
At least the murder weapon itself is not yet to be identified.
Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two.
Guys, I didn't have any other weapon during my investigation.
And yet, one need only think about the setting in an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious. What to get the circular surface used in an auction? Obviously talking about Judge Javel's hammer. Auctioneer have readily at hand. An auctioneer's hammer, of course.
Never found one of those.
If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a likely candidate for murder. But without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that.
Just the evidence you need right here.
I do? Do what?
Oh wait, no, because the it would be because there wasn't a hammer sound about halfway through.
Right.
Take that!
Ms. Hart noticed something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said that the very permanent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why. Because it had just been used in a murder and it was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of. Isn't that right? Chairman Winner. I'll have our people look into this right away.
Oh, you really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, when can you, hmm?
You never know, I will never find it.
Very well. Search of the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Oh, jeez, you actually have no idea how happy I am.
Yeah, I knew we were getting to that point.
I am. My body is starting to fall asleep, so.
This next section is the last section.
Good. We can do that next week.
Okay.
So, next week we'll finish this off. I don't think I have anything happening this week, so we should be good to continue Mario's Madness this Friday. And then probably more Pokemon on Saturday. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go make some pasta, and I'm gonna fall asleep eventually. So, have a good night, chat. We'll see
Have a good
y'all
night.
next week.
Night, chat.
Goodbye.